Have you ever pondered the nature of truth? Is it a subjective concept that varies from person to person, or is it a universal constant? In the world around us, it's not uncommon to hear people say, "That may be your truth, but it's not mine." This perspective suggests that truth is personal and subjective, a reflection of individual experiences, beliefs, and values. But what if truth is not a matter of personal opinion? What if it's not something that can be tailored to fit our individual preferences or worldviews? Consider this. Truth as a universal constant, unchanging and unyielding, regardless of individual acceptance or rejection. This understanding of truth is not dependent on our beliefs or opinions. It exists beyond us, independent of our acceptance or denial. According to the Catholic Church, truth is not a matter of individual opinion. If something is true in God's mind, then it is true, regardless of whether we accept it or not. The Catechism of the Catholic Church, in paragraph 2465, states that God is the source of all truth, His word is truth, His law is truth. This sentiment is at the heart of the Catholic understanding of truth. It's not about individual perspectives or interpretations, but about a divine and unwavering source, God Himself. Let's look at some scriptural references that underscore this belief. Psalm 119:90 declares God's faithfulness and His truth that endures to all generations. In John 8:31-32, Jesus tells us that if we hold to His teaching, we are truly His disciples, and we will know the truth, and the truth will set us free. Romans 3:2-4 affirms the importance of God's word as the source of truth, while 1 Timothy 3:15 calls the church the pillar and foundation of truth. Truth, as seen by the Catholic Church, is not a variable or flexible concept. It is a constant grounded in God's word and law. In today's world, many are drawn to follow their own personal truth. This may seem to work for a while, but does it truly satisfy? Let's ponder on this. We live in a time where subjective truths, or the so-called my truth, are celebrated. But as we chase after these fleeting truths, we often find ourselves in a state of emptiness and dissatisfaction. It's like trying to fill a void that keeps growing bigger, a thirst that can't be quenched. Our hearts yearn for something more, something beyond the ephemeral fads and fancies. We seek substance, a truth that doesn't waver or change with the times. We long for a truth that isn't dictated by the shifting sands of society or personal whims. Our hearts long for the divine truth, a truth that is steadfast and unchanging. This longing can only be satisfied by the truth that comes from God. Only God's truth, as understood by the Catholic Church, can satisfy the longing of our hearts. For it is not a matter of opinion but a universal and unchanging reality.